Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Brooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon, and you're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
This is the Man Cave Morning Show.
Good morning.
This is the Man Cave Morning Show.
What's good, people?
Your ass up.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show. Welcome to the Monday morning edition.
It's the Man Cave.
You know how we do it. I'm very, very excited to be back, first and foremost. Salute to the squad. Salute to you too. No doubt. And first and foremost, I hope everybody had a great, happy, safe, fun weekend. And if you did, I'm going to clap it up. Now, look, I got the squad in the building. So I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce the wonderful team of the Man Cave Morning Show. All right, to my left right here, my man 50 Grand.
Yes, sir.
Always been the dude. Let's clap it up for the dude.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here.
No doubt. To the far right, the dude that gets a little rude, especially when he's in a bad mood. We call him Deacon Woo.
Yes, Deacon Woo.
Let's get it.
And the beautiful young lady that's looking very hot.
I was
bothered because her father said, keep on that jacket.
That's right.
You better not take off that jacket.
I don't win all of them, but I won this morning.
We are calling this beautiful princess by her name.
The boss.
Yes, Michaela. Welcome, Michaela, y'all, to the show. Yes, get that mic for her. Yes. Tell the people good morning.
Good morning.
No doubt. She is in the building, and she's going to be the millennial representing on the Man Cave Morning Show.
And not letting me say nothing.
Yes.
I don't want to embarrass my baby.
Yes. I'm just humbly Storm Norm the General at your service. Salute to you all. Peace and blessings.
Chief Potter Wash Extraordinaire.
No doubt. Well, first and foremost, check this out. I'd be remiss again if I did not shout out all the people watching us live right now on YouTube, watching us live right now on Twitter, watching us live right now on Periscope, watching us live right now on Ustream, watching us live right now on the mother site, WBKS1.com, watching us live right now on Facebook, and listening to us live on that TuneIn app. Salute you all. Download that TuneIn app. It's free, people. Y'all like free stuff. It's free. Now, salute to everybody trickling in. Let's go to my Facebook page. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Kenny Johnson on the check-in. Ant Grant on the check-in. Kaz Minor on the check-in. Pie Lady on the check-in. Kwame, what's good? Sean Hoggs on the check-in. Salute. Sophia on the check-in. Tanya M. Cobb on the check-in. Robin Starr. There you go.
What's up, baby?
You my friend.
Robin Starr.
Shout out to Alan Champs on the check-in. Alan, good morning, sir. Shout out to Washington Fred on the check-in. John Booth, Cuzzo, what's good? L.A. Rise on the check-in. And the list goes on and on. As y'all trickle in, I'm going to show the love. Anthony Williams on the check-in. Salute to you all. Let me clap y'all up. Want to clap y'all up. And you're on the Man Cave Morning Show. Tell the world. Make sure no matter what platform you are listening to us on, you share it out to the world. We're going to talk about some real things, real issues, all right? Real things that people are afraid to discuss and keep 100 and be truthful about, all right? And this show is for everybody. We don't care whether you black, white, Asian, Latino, whatever race, religion. We don't care. It's for everyone, all right? Salute. It's just real talk, people. Real talk. from how the Man Cave Morning Show crew perceives it, all right, and how we think it is, okay? So listen, let's get it started. Now, we're going to talk about several things today. All right, you ready?
All right, we're going to talk about it.
Let's get it.
All right, you had a good weekend, bro?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Energized, ready to go.
Okay, Michaela, how was your weekend? Good? All right. Blessed? That's what's up.
My weekend was fabulous, especially Father's Day.
Oh, was it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, salute. Happy belated Father's Day to all the dads out there.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I'm sorry, my baby got me some beats. Thank you.
She got you some beats?
Yes, she did.
Where's she working at?
Yes,
to go get
she
beats?
did.
Where you working at to get beats?
Okay.
I'm finesse.
You see what I'm saying? That's what we're going to be dealing with today.
I don't even own beats.
No
I
doubt.
don't either until my daughter got them for me.
I don't own
They
beats.
too expensive.
I had a good week. Let me tell you, I thought, my wife, she laid up in the bed mostly on Father's Day, so, I didn't get no dinner or nothing like that. I'm hungry, y'all.
Wow.
So,
Mrs. General.
I didn't get no
He
dinner.
said it. I did not.
No breakfast, no nothing.
Don't worry.
She
Michaela
had
got
half
your
a-
back.
And she ate most of my Kit Kat.
She ate your Kit Kat
and
on
didn't
Father's
even,
Day.
Man, look.
On Father's Day, ate
That's
the
all
Kit
right.
Kat, son.
That's all right. That's okay. I still had a great day. I'm blessed.
Women's
You know what I'm
equality.
saying? Yeah. And then basically, she didn't even really get the Happy Father's Day out. She just looked at me, rolled over the bed, looked at me, she said, oh, Happy Father's Day.
Wow. She
She
might have
didn't
just
get
been
the day
tired,
out.
man. Y'all been running
whatever.
around.
Make sure
a
you
lot.
return
I've
the
been seeing
favor
y'all
on
on
Father's Day, bro.
Facebook.
I'm
Make sure you
messing.
return
What's
the
up,
favor.
mama? So anyway, salute to you all. Now, we're going to be talking about several things here on the Man Cave Morning Show. So one of the things is African American sensitivity causing us to be less desirable to be included? So I'm going to say that again. Is African American sensitivity causing us to be less desirable to be included? Now think about this. All right, and then the second thing is ladies.
Yeah.
Don't lose your man to your selfish, controlling behavior.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because this is the Man Cave Morning Show.
Uh-oh.
So ladies,
Wow.
don't lose your man to your selfish, controlling behavior, especially a good man. So we're going to talk about that today on the Man Cave Morning Show. Kaz Minor said, good morning, Woo, Lady J, Norm, and 50,000.
She called you 50 because you called me 50 grand. I think she think that's my name.
No doubt, no
And
doubt.
Kaz, that's my daughter. Not Lady J.
No doubt. Just because a friend isn't with you in your present doesn't mean they aren't with you. Because
What'd you
they
say,
are.
General? You like,
You read, I know.
One
Like, what kind of read?
100%.
Do you need me,
General?
Need me to read this morning?
General.
Your sugar might be low.
Wow.
No. I actually
General
wasn't
talking
even
about?
trying to read the comment. I wasn't really trying to read the comment. I was trying to see what, because I saw the money and the $50,000.
That's because you said my man 50 grand,
Okay,
so she
okay.
calls me 50 grand.
All right. Shout out to Christian on the check-in. All right, so now let's get it popping. So one of the things that made us think of this topic, and the first topic is, let me go to that first topic. All right, so is African American sensitivity causing us to be less desirable to be included? So last week, saw a news article, whatever, about Target pulling this baby mama card, baby daddy card from their chain outlet. So they was like, offended people, this, my baby daddy and this and that, whatever, so it's Father's Day. They pulled the card, they apologized, the whole nine. So here's the story, just in case y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Here it goes.
Greetings, I'm Dolores Jones, reporting for Your Black World News with an article from usatoday.com. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and visit theblackbusinessschool.com to learn about financial literacy and how you can grow your business today. American Greetings is apologizing for a Father's Day card that depicts a black couple overlaid with the phrase, baby daddy. Customers took to social media to complain about the card, terming it racially insensitive. Dallas-based Facebook user Takesha Saunders was one of the first customers to complain about the card. She wrote, "The phrase baby daddy is not sweet or nice. It's a term used to describe a deadbeat or absent parent. Yeah, it's sweet on the inside, but whomever created this card doesn't know what it means. The greeting card company said it would stop selling the card at all retailers. Target, the giant discount store chain, proactively pulled the card from its shelves. The card showed the couple overlaid and the words, quote, baby daddy on the cover and, quote, you're a wonderful husband and father, and I'm so grateful to have you as my partner, my friend, and my baby daddy. Happy Father's Day on the inside. This particular card was created for and addressed to.
We're going to go right to this. We're going to go right to this. Yeah. So, by show of hands, who think the card should have been pulled? By show of hands.
Well, it was always Deacon Rue then.
All right, so, Michaela, why do you think the card should have been pulled?
It's a have-see for that one because the card, here's the thing. Black people have been fighting this struggle for civil rights for a very long time, and a part of that struggle is inclusivity. So for that, I guess I would give points for inclusivity. However, that does not excuse the fact that probably some white person wrote it who was ignorant to what the term means. And the term can at times be negative, so it's real sticky.
Will, and just real quick, because I want to get around and I see people are commenting. Why do you think it should have been pulled?
I think that it's the intention behind it. If you say on the inside of the card, wonderful husband and father, and on the outside of the card, baby daddy. A baby daddy is not a husband and a father. And intellectually, I'm intelligent enough to know when I'm being insulted, as opposed to having it crouched in a term that we can all use. It's the intention behind it, because it was not a white couple on the front. It's like Happy Summer with a black kid eating watermelon. Yeah, black kids eat watermelon, but you put it on the outside of a card and come on, I ain't stupid.
The dude.
It is important that I change my voice on this one because I need to preach a little and I'll be quick. Deacon Norman.
Go ahead, bro.
One of the things that always bothered me about peoples, especially peoples of our complexion.
Go ahead.
All right. One of the things that always bothered me, though, seriously, is like we put everything on Front Street, right? Baby daddy, the N-word, all these different subjects. We put it on Front Street, meaning we display it to the world. But then when the world takes it and play it back to us, we don't like it. So you take the term baby daddy, right? And I heard what Wu said, and he was talking about intention. Let's remove intention, let's remove everything else, and let's look at the subject. The subject is baby daddy. If you're looking at the subject, who started it? Who started baby daddy? Who started that subject? It started amongst us. So when you use the term and you don't want someone else to use it, then eliminate the subject completely. That's my take on it.
Okay, here's my thing. So this American greeting card company, yes, is owned by Caucasians or whatever the case may be. If it was Raheem's greeting company, same thing on the front, same thing inside it, would there be a problem? Can we allow certain things to be human? Baby daddy is actually a humorous term. It's humor attached to that.
Right.
It's my baby daddy, whatever like that. It says something very beautiful on the inside. It's a term that even like divorced couples are still cool, or people that had a baby together no longer see each other and they still cool. They be like, oh, that's my baby daddy.
Right.
That's my baby daddy, or whatever like that. So we use it as a humorous term as well, or whatever. So sometimes I'm just looking at, we take things so far out of context, and we get so sensitive to things or whatever. Because again, if it was a black African American owned greeting card company, or if Mahogany, the Mahogany line for Walgreens or Walmart or whatever, is a Mahogany line of greeting cards. If they would have did it, would it have been this outrage or disgust, or should they had to pull the card? And do they have an African American marketing person that's in charge, a vice president or whoever, right? That's in charge of marketing and marketing strategies, working for American Greeting Card Company. You know, that man approved it.
Right.
You know, this would be good. This would be good target marketing or whatever like that. It's funny, blah, 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 blah. Right. You know, and again, it didn't say nothing outlandish on the inside of the card. It read something very beautiful. So I'm gonna have to say, I don't feel as though personally is nothing wrong with that, because if we owned the company that did that, it's just something. It's a sign of the times. You know,
right.
we saying baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying, you know, this is the father of my child, or whatever. We're very clever people. We come up with slang that the world uses, that the world adapts and uses our slang, right. And this is part of our slang, our culture.
Right.
So me personally, I don't think there's nothing wrong.
Me neither. I second that with you.
If you were to take Richard Pryor's stand-up and everything that he said and put it into the mouth of a white comedian, you're telling me that would be deemed as offensive? If I roll up on my daughter and she's talking to her girlfriends, girl, bitch, what you saying, huh? And ha 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 ha. Okay? Of course she uses that term within the confines of her friend, but let that terminology be put into the mouth of another person. It's low-key shade. Intellectually, I understand what you're saying about we use it and we exactly. That is exactly right. There are terms that Jewish people use, there are terms that Native American people use in jest. But when they're put into the mouth of a group of people that have historically had bad intentions, see, if you got historically bad intentions towards me and mine, keep your mouth shut. Now, you may not. You may not. You may just be, hey, whatever. But it was a misstep. If it wasn't a misstep, then there wouldn't have been a backlash against that, right? So I don't accept that you get the benefit of the doubt. Okay, right. You don't. Now I can say what I want, just like when I go to a comedy show.
Right.
Just like an R&B singer has sexually explicit lyrics. Mm-hmm. Just like my teenagers refer to themselves in a certain way. I better not catch you, right? We're not gonna have no conversation about what's right and what's not. Mm-hmm. You're going to respect me and my people under any circumstances.
All right. So basically, what you actually just described is black privilege.
Right.
What you actually just described is black privilege, bro. Because here's the thing, bro. We can't make it a double standard,
right,
when it comes to things like this. And something like baby daddy. Now look, the whole N-word conversation, that's another discussion.
Right.
But even with baby daddy, we already know everybody adapts that term. Latinos,
right.
Latinos, Caucasians. I don't care what. I heard Indian people say that to each other, generic. Or whatever. It's very generic. So like, to get bent out of shape and like this uproar, and you know, now Target and American Greeting Companies got to apologize for this or whatever. We don't know the process that went behind this. Again, we don't know if it was an African American marketing person strategy saying this would be good target marketing for the African American,
right? I was thinking
audience, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or Poppy. Like, what if they put happy, enjoy your day, Poppy, on a card, right? And then put, you know, a nice little thing inside the card or whatever like that. Would Latinos get offended?
They wouldn't. I don't think they would.
I don't know whether they're not, but I do know this. If another cultural group came out and said that's offensive, ain't no conversation. Now, we can have these conversations, I don't know, in private, but if a Native American said, oh, I don't know, the Redskins, this, and the other, there wouldn't be this debate to say, oh, you're just being too insensitive, you're just being too this. Listen. I'm going to respect you, you going to respect me. Now, if we have differences of opinion within our own community, then that's what it's going to be. It's going to stay in our own community. But if it's taken outside with bad intention and used and put, see, because that term has been put in the mouth of other people. It's like the N-word. When the N-word comes out of some people's mouth, don't tell me it's not offensive, because it is. Just because someone else says it, right? So it can be used and it's a great debate, right? But I don't have to intellectualize being insulted. And finally, black privilege denotes power. It denotes system. Black people got opinions. We don't got systems.
Go ahead, Michaela.
I think the crux of this argument lies in who was the person that wrote the card, like
yes,
Norm was saying, because it's like, I think that black language, when it is appropriated, like when it's from a black person, it's like, oh, it's cool, it's like a shtick or like some type of humor. But if it's like a white person, like, oh, you're my baby daddy, it's like, that's not okay. Like, it reminds me of what's that movie, Malibu's Most Wanted.
Right. That's a good point.
He was appropriating black culture left and right, and everyone was just okay with it. And it kind of like, I feel like with baby daddy, it kind of like perpetuates this sort of idea of a black woman just like patting her weave with like a bubble gum in her mouth, like, where my baby daddy? And like, that's what I would get if there's like a white person, because the intention is so unclear with the history of white people and black people in this country.
So so I just want to know how many listeners out there and how many of y'all think they should have pulled the card, that it really offended y'all. How many African Americans out there listening to the show, or whatever race you are, got offended at the fact that American Greetings had a baby daddy card for Father's Day?
Right.
On Father's Day,
and at what point? and at what point? And we talking about taking the power away from things, right? And we're good for doing that. Our people are good. We're going to take the power away from this word. So now bitch is a good word. Now nigga is a good word. All this thing, it's a term of endearment, all this. So we talk about taking the power away from things. So comedic expression is also another tool to take away power from things that, you know, we deem as offensive or whatever like that. So comedic expression. So comedians have been doing this for years, from Richard Pryor talking about white people, from other white people talking about other races, other white people talking about their own culture,
George
other
Carlin.
Latinos talking about their own culture, making fun of their own culture. So comedic expression is supposed to take away the power from things that we deem as offensive. And at what point are we going to say to ourselves that we're getting too sensitive? Now, you know, we got something to say about everything. And the reason why the topic is African American sensitivity causing us to be less desirable to be included? Certain other people now, because we're so sensitive and we get so touchy about things, you know what? I don't even really want to even hire this black guy, this black woman, whatever. I might say the wrong thing and blah, blah, blah. Or I don't even want him to be a part of this unit or group or this or that, whatever like that, because, you know, like I got love for him. I like African Americans and all of that, but I'm scared that I'm gonna have to walk on eggshells now around Rashid or around, you know what I'm saying, Shaquana, or around this person, you know what I'm saying,
as opposed to not hiring them because of racism, the prison industrial complex or whatever, Jim Crow, whatever. The thing of it is this. This can be used to negatively affect us. Okay, we can intellectualize it if we want. That's number one. Number two, the fact that black people say stop doing something, right, is completely different than, oh, I don't know, taking somebody's life, pulling somebody over unjustly, preventing them from living where they want to live. Why is it that when I articulately express an insult, right, we have to intellectualize it? But when systematically we're controlled, killed, this, that, and the other. So my dignity is a matter of sensitivity, but above that is dignity. You're looking at a country and corporations that have historically and today currently prevent us from doing stuff, right? But there's an uproar because I offer an opinion that I say, watch your mouth, treat me with respect, and don't say that. That's a problem. But when people do stuff to us as a people, right? When we're prevented and killed and all this other stuff, it's like, that's not, this idea that it's sensitive, right? And it's dignity. And we've always had this pull. If you looked at Good Times from back in the day, is that funny, right? Or is it insensitive? That's why I love the show, because we can have the argument, right? But we have this knee-jerk thing where
we're gonna read some of your comics.
We got this knee-jerk thing where if we're insulted, we explain it away. If someone kills us, first thing we want to do is make it okay. Well, it's not. Let's have the debate. My first instinct is not, oh, well, you say it. That's not mine. Now, but of course, as the angry black male on the panel, blah, blah, blah.
But what if I rock with you with all the killing and we've been treated like this? I rock with you on that. But again, like my whole question was, if an African American was
Well,
behind
yeah,
the whole
behind it,
marketing
yes.
of this
What would
card,
be said.
or
But they're not,
or
though.
if it was an African American company that would have
That
did the
did
same
this,
thing, would
it
you
would've
have had a
been-
problem with?
we would've
That's
found
the
it
question
funny.
I'm asking you. Would
Would've-
you have had a problem
Me
with it?
personally, I probably would, but a lot of people probably wouldn't have. Look,
But
the
why
fact
didn't? But tell me why I didn't.
that- Why then what? Because
why you have a problem with it if
because it's
African American did it?
because just like the term bitch. Now these kids say bitch all over the place. I get that it's an uphill battle. But demeaning yourself through your words, see, words have power. Words denote intention. And just because you can change it doesn't mean they still don't have power. Now the argument is you can de-empower it by constantly saying that. You're demeaning yourself. And so am I. We've had this conversation before about the hypocritical way in which I use the word nigga. But just because I'm a hypocrite doesn't mean that I'm not intelligent enough to see that what I'm doing is harming myself. Because I can harm myself. But don't harm me. Dig it?
Right. No, I feel you. All right, so look,
after you read these comments, man, I want to add to that. But go ahead and read the comments.
Let me go back. Let me try to catch some of these comments. And shout out to Kurt Donnell and checking. He said, "Who made these rules?" Jackie D. What's up, Jackie D? She said, "Hey, General." Paul Joseph Williams said, "There's always some underlying meaning behind the white man's depiction of us, and they have and hey, Miss Kayla, okay."
That's
she
Joe.
also said,
That's Joe. Okay.
She had to go to court. Jackie said, "Have to go to court."
They're gonna take her phone.
Jackie,
put that phone up.
Kurt Donnell said, "I never heard that baby daddy was negative."
Yeah,
Salute.
true that.
Kaz Minor. Okay, let's break down Kaz Minor. And Michaela, you
dear.
feel free to read comments.
Read that, Michaela.
Yes.
I think that our black community is overreacting to a good marketing decision that Target has made. Catch-22. We complain over these cards that doesn't include the black community.
Wow.
And now that these terms And now that these terms that we use, how can we complain? Look at the concept that the card reveals. Can you scroll down?
Yeah, let me see. Okay.
It wasn't a derogatory statement. I bowed down to Target for that marketing decision.
Salute.
I agree. I'm
gonna clap that up.
You made a good point earlier, though.
Oh wait, here's Kishana. Hey Kishana. In all fairness, there are plenty of baby daddies, quote unquote. There are also many of men who step up to be a baby daddy. Everything doesn't have to be so serious.
Correct.
Clap that up.
Correct.
Kurt Donnell.
I say baby mama referring to my child's mother. Is that negative? Bullshit.
Yeah. Shout out to Ellen Smith on the check-in. Sandy Bradley. Oh, hey, wifey.
Miss
I
General.
didn't see anything wrong with the card. It was actually beautiful inside. Obviously, white people won't buy it because black people are on the cover. But I didn't see anything wrong with it. I know married women that call their husband their baby daddy.
What?
Yo, good point. Good point, Sandy.
Go ahead, mama.
Miss Bradley.
True indeed. You broke that down. Robin Starr.
I'm reading that one.
Go ahead.
Greeting cards are written by public individuals and submitted to the publishing houses. Some are selected and then published, some are not. That's right. Good point.
There you
Good
go.
point.
We don't know who controls
Good
these
point.
publishing houses. And Tony James, filmmaker.
I agree with the general. Even black privilege can also be dangerous for our people and culture.
Yes, that's what Norm was saying earlier. That's what Norm was saying earlier.
What is wrong with acknowledging the fact that there are some responsible brothers out there that step up?
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
So we're saying that the term baby daddy is now responsible? I just want to be
it's
clear.
Humorous.
It's humor. That's what I saw.
Come
Norm,
on,
the
Will.
same thing.
Everything
Humor.
can't be black and white.
No. Listen. Let me say this to you.
I said humor. You're right.
Do me a favor. Please have your opinion. Trust me when I tell you.
I'm supposed to.
You're supposed
Trust
to.
me when I tell you.
That's what we on here.
Yeah.
That's what we on here.
That's not even. But and there's no surprise that I'm coming down on this area. But listen, man, low key shade is low key shade. Do you? Me personally? Nah, Duke. Nah, no. It's not two white people on a seat. So you're telling me that baby daddy and husband is synonymous? How you figure?
All right, so look, and let me ask you this. No disrespect.
No, not at all.
To Michaela
or
you, whatever. But I'm saying, like, so Michaela's mother, whatever, was on the phone and you was walking up, whatever. She said, "Oh, girl, I gotta go. Here come my baby daddy."
Okay.
Whatever. Just jokingly.
Trust me. Trust me. My ex-wife uses that term. Do I feel good about it? It's when she uses it towards me, I don't have a positive. That's just me. Go ahead, Michaela. Break it down. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I agree with them on this point. I see humor in the term baby daddy.
Right.
Like, it's funny to me when, like, I'll be at the corner store and my friends be like, "Oh, look at my baby daddy." Like, that's funny to me. But, like, I also
like when mom uses it towards me.
Yeah, and like,
it's
just
funny?
so y'all know, he's like this in real life. Like, if somebody came up to my dad, I'm like, "Oh, you a baby daddy?" He'd be like, "Excuse me, black sister. Oh, you cannot offend and appropriate me this way."
See, Norm? See, Norm? I catch it, Norm. It ain't just you, Norm.
Oh, man.
So I ask you all, is the term baby daddy offensive to you? As to people in general, is the term baby daddy offensive to you? Go ahead.
I think it's the state of mind of the person that's saying it, because the reason why I say that, I have 3 daughters. 2 by a woman I was married to, and 1 by a woman that I was kind of like common law married to, right? And as far as I know, they both refer to me as my kid's father. They never refer to me as baby daddy.
Right.
So, but that's just their mind state. That's their mind state. And I don't refer to them as my baby's mother. I refer to them as my daughter's mom.
Right.
But that's mind state.
Okay.
Now, if they were to use the term baby daddy, only reason why I think that I wouldn't even say bother me, but because it's used so negatively, when we hear it, we saw the movie Baby Daddy and that they had out years ago. The way it's used negatively, but in all actuality, it's just an adjective. In my opinion, it's just an adjective. You're just describing something. You're describing something.
Right.
I think the bar is getting lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. It just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. That's just me, though.
I think we need to loosen up our butts a little bit, because our butts are getting too tight.
Okay.
You know, when it come to certain issues, man, and I think that's part of the problem. Okay, so all right, so answer me this: is this okay? You know how we joke on Caucasians sometimes, right?
Right. I was thinking that.
And maybe, you know, I have a friend, you know, like I have a white friend, you know, like they say.
Yeah, I've got a white friend.
So when he's around me or whatever like that, I'd be like, "Hey, dude, what's up, dude?"
I do the same thing.
My guy right there.
I
whatever.
do the same thing.
Let's go get some steak and potatoes, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And he'll laugh or whatever, joke like that. Now he go, "What's up, my brother?"
Right.
"Oh, what's going down?" Blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be lit tonight at the party. And you start talking like that.
Right.
Whatever. Do I laugh or do I be like, "Yo, man, that's offensive"? Do
Okay.
I get upset with him? Do I get ready to attack him?
Good point.
Or go in or whatever like that?
Good point.
If I can do it, why can't he do it?
I'll address that.
Real quick, guys, before you address that, real quick, because you made me think of something when you said what you just said. I work with a Jewish guy that I work for sometime. And he made a statement one day, and he was like, "Oh, the guy house we're going to, he's a real kite." And he said, "Now I can say it, but you can't." I said, "Well, first of all, I would say it if I wanted to, whether you did or didn't. So don't tell me what I can say and what I can't say." And I said, "And I'm not saying it. I'm not coming at you where I'm being racist, but you're trying to control what I'm saying. That's why I'm coming at you." So to make a point to what you were saying earlier about it's good for the goose. If it's not good for the goose, don't make it good for the gander.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. I mean, like a whole. So in other words, so they spent, you know, X amount of hundreds of thousands, $1 million on this greeting card or whatever, and you know, they're marketing a company. They approved it. The marketing company said, "Okay, this is the strategy we're gonna use to target the African Americans for Father's Day, whatever, baby daddy or whatever." And again, let's find out who made this decision.
That's
because
it right there,
if it's an African American that made that
That's it.
decision or whatever, he felt as though it'll be a good humorous thing to appeal to my people.
So does that does that apply to Coolest Monkey in the Jungle? Does that apply to that as well?
Now, let's even address that. Let's
break that down.
Let's address the H&M thing. We'll go back to that with H&M when they had the Coolest Monkey in the Jungle shirts and clothing, whatever like that. What the media did not report is that they also had Coolest Monkey in the Jungle first with Little White Boy on it. All right.
Right.
They also had it with a little Spanish or whatever boy,
right.
And they had it with the African American kid and everything. Now the issue too, I get it. We, you know, when you talking about monkey and ape and all of that, and you refer to one of us, there's an issue. But even the thing with that, let's look at the whole term and the humorous factor to it too. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel some type of way about that too. Now, Little Monkey, we say that all the time when it refers to the kids. Children are playing. And look at that. Oh, you little monkey. Oh, you cute little whatever like that. White people do it. Spanish people do it. Whatever like that. We do it. So now, you know, when this big uproar came about it, what I didn't like though, and this is why I blame the media, they only showed the little black boy being for the coolest monkey in the jungle when they had 3 other models before that. Little kid models that said coolest monkey in the jungle. This is the problem I have with the media. So we took a piece of that and we ran with it, and we got in this uproar or whatever. We got to watch some of the things that the media portray to us. We already know when it comes to television and everything, tell lies to your vision. And this is why we have to do our own research for ourselves before we get in this big uproar and get totally bent out of shape and ready to attack and all of this, and we're going to boycott and all this. Do your research. And one of the biggest things that I learned from one of the greatest civil rights leaders, which was Dick Gregory, one of the things he told me face to face is that the problem with African American people is that they do not do their proper research.
Don't do research.
So do your research, man.
So you said a lot of stuff. Now, when it comes to my friends, right? I have Jewish friends, white friends, etc. The things that we say within the confines between ourselves are offensive. Friends or my male friends. See, the way I talk to my male friends when it's just men around ain't the same as when a woman comes around. That's number one. Number two, when I'm on my other job, you're telling me that I don't change the way I speak? Now why? How come I can't come into my other job and be like, yo, what's up, son? Blah, blah, blah. Third thing, if I'm on a business call for BKS1 trying to sell some Showtime or whatever, right? And the person on the other end is like, what's up, son? How you click, I'm hanging up because it's disrespectful. Now, in that instance, in that case, you got to curb the way you talk. You got to watch. You got to change. You got to coach, but you got to do everything else. But in our case, whatever anyone says, just because we say it, it's okay, right? In these instances, you better watch your mouth. Call somebody a derogatory term from another group of people and let that group of people say it's offensive. Let me see you come back and be like, well, you say kike and you say this and that, whatever the offensive term is.
Right.
Stop acting like we don't talk different ways in different situations. Stop, because you know that we do. My point is, outside of my hypersensitivity, right, to the issue, which some people think, you're degrading the way you're being referred to. Bitch, nigga, baby daddy, until now what you have is young people that literally don't know, right, what's offensive and what's not. So now you don't even know that you're being offended. So now when you're sitting across the table doing business and the man says 5 offensive terms to you and you don't even know that, you're saying that you're being, that's respectful? No. You're slowly degrading. Now, yes, it's an example and I get you on that. No, 100%. But what you're doing is you're slowly allowing disrespect after disrespect until you drop the bar so low till you have things like the slut walk, which we talked about before, not the Queen's walk. Boom.
Well, real quick, and just to kind of like add to what Wu was saying, I think again that goes back to psychological where your mind is, because, and I'm gonna tell you why I say that. If you take, and Michaela, I'm just gonna excuse you out of this because I'm gonna use this man for 1 second. If you take me, Norm, and you, Wu, right, and you have one young lady that's talking to all 3 of us the same way, that's going to be 3 different interpretations of how we take that. I may take it offensive if she's talking, let's say she's talking loud and obnoxious. I may take it offensive. Norm may look at it and be like, she need medicine. Or you may look at it and be like, she was like that because of this, she was like that because of that. It goes back. The reason why I use that example is because it goes back to the state of mind. Wherever the person's mind is that is interpreting the information that's being given to them is how they're going to react. So there are certain things that we take, like this term, like Norm said about the coolest monkey in the jungle, right? Now, personally, I don't think I look like a gorilla. I may be built like one, but I don't think I look like one in the face. So if somebody came to me and said, oh, yo, man, you built like a gorilla, just hearing that term gorilla, depending on how I see myself, is either going to set me off or not. So going back to what Norm was saying, and even a little bit to what Michaela was saying earlier, in so many words to sum it up, it really comes back to where the state of mind where black people are and where certain things are being said. I don't let other people's words dictate to me how I'm going to react and not react. That's all I had to say in reference to that.
I think I wanted to address one of the examples that Norm brought up. He was saying that when he plays around with his white friend, like would he like something with like playing around with the white friend, would it be bad if like the white friend, I think there's a false equivalency there because there's a different power structure. So like an example I'll use is last summer I was around these like rich white men for like the entire summer. It was an engineering program. Like they legit, like here's the thing, they'll go around, they'll be like, oh my god, I just raped your robot, bro. And it's just like that is offensive. Like you cannot joke about things like that. But the point that I'm trying to make is white people are ignorant, like they don't understand that it's offensive, which is kind of getting to the point where you were talking about. I think we have to hold people in a different light sometimes when we don't know, like we don't know. I don't want to assume the intent behind what people are saying, because I feel like to move on in this society, as like in this culture, I cannot continue to assume that there's like malintent behind everything that a white person says. So you remember that white lady at the Kendrick Lamar concert, she's saying nigga.
Good example.
She clearly didn't know. Like
she's hearing lyrics.
Clueless. But like someone needs to sit her down to it and explain to her in a way that is like unemotional, so that she understands and she's able to receive how offensive that is.
And let me say this, and one thing we gotta really look at too is, as we evolve, as the generations change, less and less racial intent is going to be done by millennials. Less and less.
That's correct.
Think about it. 20, because you know what? That's correct. Think about the millennials today. A lot of millennials is not really taking the time out to really know the history behind certain words.
A lot of white millennials.
Yes, a lot of white millennials, exactly. They're not taking the time out to learn the history behind words, the sayings and stereotypes and all of this stuff and where it came from, whatever. And the hip hop culture has kind of melted everybody together. But whether we want to recognize it or not, it kind of melted everybody together. Hip hop culture brings black, white, Latinos,
yes, it does,
everybody together.
Yes,
and much as we want to say about rap music or whatever like that, these kids, these millennials today, they're all liking the same things when it comes to food, culture, this, that, whatever. Like they're all liking the same thing. Our music, clothing, all that. They're starting to like, and it's starting to be a big mesh. So as generations change or whatever, like the word nigga, baby mama, nobody's gonna think that's offensive.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Nobody. 40 years from now, they're even gonna. What are you talking about? Why did that offend you? They're not gonna understand.
Now, if I may, this is a conversation my daughter and I constantly have, right? Because she's exposing me to things, right? And she communicates in a way, right, that I don't. I'm just gonna keep it 100. You understand what I'm saying? My job as a parent is to always make sure that I set a standard, because I never want my child to be lost into thinking we're all Americans, which we are all Americans, but you, my dear, are an African American that has a distinct cultural and historic background and milieu that you're going to bring to everything that you do. Now, what my daughter does is she'll be like, Dad, and she can talk me down, because I'm offended by everything, which is fine. But see, I don't want to water down who and what you are by saying, oh, look, it's all one culture. No. See, if African American culture wasn't as distinct as it was and is, it wouldn't be monetized the way it is. Why do they see value in it? But when it comes to us, oh, we just singing kumbaya. It's taken from us and made money, and it makes money, the distinctness. Once you begin to lose your distinctness, you lack value. And that's what me and my daughter, sometimes I'm wrong about it, and sometimes I'm right. This whole millennial thing, it's a different thing, Norm, because they communicate all over the world, and I'm out of my element, General. So I just try to wave the flag, and I think you can see that my daughter is balanced. You understand what I'm saying? But that brainwashing, right? That everything is everything. No, everything ain't everything.
No. True. But see, that's what I'm saying about
the point you were making.
Researching and learning the history, and that's what's important, because once you research and you start to learn things for yourself instead of what you be being fed, because we can all be fed a whole bunch of untruths, Because everybody think, you know what I'm saying, everybody think their truth is right.
Right.
Facts.
And this is the whole thing when it comes to race, religion, a lot of things. Everybody think their truth is right. You know, but we know between our truths that we think is right, there is the truth.
The truth.
Right? So in this is up for us to research and try to obtain the correct knowledge that we should have in whatever situation we're trying to find the truth or research about. Now, going back to a lot of comments that everybody's making, there are some people that feel offended by the baby daddy card. I'm gonna read Kenny Johnson's comment. Kenny, I see you in there. Kenny. Okay. I'm sorry, Miss Johnson. Now, she said, why make a card with a saying that was started as something negative, no matter how it is used now? Everything does not need to be on display. Okay, I feel you.
I'm a little in between.
I feel you. Where does humor and comedy and comedic
intention
come into play? And again, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, Woo, be honest. When the last time you said nigga?
This morning.
Yeah, I was about to say this morning. I was about to say this morning.
Several times.
So, okay, and the same thing with some of y'all listening to the show, and I'm quite sure when you used it, either you used it in a playful manner or a term of endearment or whatever, or, you know, however you used it, you know what I'm saying, you probably didn't have no ill intent on how you used it.
But I'm also cognizant of the environment that I'm in.
But for somebody,
I feel you on that.
For somebody,
because I wouldn't say that on the other job I have. No, it wouldn't come out.
For somebody, you know, with your intellectual ability, you know what I'm saying, and pro blackness, right? To me, I would feel that word would never come out your mouth.
Right.
But this is how I feel about it. That word and just the origin of where it came from would never come out your mouth. But it does. It does, because you, as much as you probably would deny the fact, and just like a lot of us have been systematically brainwashed into things that, you know,
it's control.
Systematically brainwashed into negative things that now we deem it as positive things because we're taking the power away from it.
And go ahead.
You know what, man? I'm sorry, Noam. Finish this point. Did I cut you off? I'm sorry.
No,
I think I cut him off.
It's funny. It's cool. You was talking about the word nigga, right?
Yeah.
Now, that word, I'll say it and be like, yeah, nigga. It rolls off my tongue a little different. Now, where I probably would get offended if it's nigger, now I might get offended.
Man,
and I know it sounds
semantics.
stupid.
Y'all missed me with the
I know it sounds stupid, but I wanted to be honest.
I didn't say nigger. I said nigga. Miss me with the semantics, man. Cut it out. Y'all cut it out.
So, okay.
That was my point.
So
miss me with that.
Point.
So outside of my hypocrisy, which is on display on this show, because that's what we do, we gotta listen to me. We gotta start talking about it and be open and honest and reveal where you're hypocritical, this, that, and the other. Stop it. The word nigger from you know, a Trump supporter. Stop it. Stop. You now miss me with that. When a Trump supporter like
but you know what that is.
Right.
You hear that.
I know, but that's my point. The point is, we have to reveal that we have been brainwashed. We got to reveal that we are struggling. We have to be honest and open and put it in dialogue to see where we are. But to just side on Norm's side or the side on my side, that's neither one. It's definitely somewhere in the middle. But let me tell you something. When I'm sitting across the meeting in the boardroom on his corporate, okay, Norm negotiating some corporate contracts, right? And he's in his suit and tie. Maybe Norm don't bring me into the room, because when Norm is negotiating a contract and something inappropriate come out of that person's mouth, right?
You're gonna address it.
Probably Norm may not want me in the meeting, cause see, that's the president of BKS1, and that's how you gonna refer. What's up, fam? What's up, knocker? No. It's not the time and the place, and I determine the time and the place, because as a representative of BKS1 in this milieu, we professional. Watch your mouth and keep that name out your mouth.
So some things we know are just common sense.
Right.
Some things you know not to do, not to say, whatever. Some things are common sense. And one of the greatest assets that African American people have, one of the greatest assets that we have as a people, is the ability to adapt.
Well, we code switch.
You ain't never lied.
From day one,
we code switch.
The ability to adapt to our environment and our situation.
Right.
That's the one ability, the greatest ability we have that any other race, they may have it, but not like us.
Right.
We know how to adapt.
That's how we survive.
And yes, that's how we
It's
survive. And
survival.
that's
why
how
we're still here.
Survival time.
Switch gears and,
Yes.
and whatever. And
Yes,
so
yes,
we know, we look at our surroundings and we be like, okay, I'm going to have to walk into this situation like this.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Now I'm about to go to the hood. Let me go walk into the hood like this. All right. Now I got to go to the boardroom meeting. Let me walk into this boardroom meeting like this. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And so my whole thing is, even with finances, man, we learn how to
Make it work.
Yes. Lemonade.
Make it work.
You know, lemons, we'll turn it into whatever. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, certain things too is just common sense. You know, certain, and we got to stop looking for all these, you know, let me put this and, you know, this intellectual piece on it and this whatever like that. Certain things is just common sense. All right. Certain things, you know what you should say and what you shouldn't say. All right. But certain things too is, I'm not going to get sensitive about every damn thing that I'm approached with. Not in 2018.
Right. You can't.
And because I see how we deal with things and how we handle things and the things that come out of our mouth and how we treat each other and everything. Oh no. So now when another race of people watch us and they start saying the things like we say it, or they start doing the things like we say, it's no different than a child watching you say, shit, daddy, whatever.
Right. And
but don't you say shit, but daddy, you just said shit.
Yep.
It's no difference. It's the same. No, it's the same. It's the same psyche because certain things, like Michaela said, we don't know their intent. We don't know the intent.
Okay.
Now that Trump supporter that you was talking about that said nigger, we know his intent.
Okay, so I gotta respond. I'm sorry, I gotta respond to that.
Go ahead.
There's a movie here.
Then we're gonna
take
this call.
Take the call.
And then,
and I gotta respond.
Yeah, get that thought out because I don't want you to be stopped by.
Right.
All
Thank you.
Caller from the 908. State your name when you're calling from. You on the Man Cave Morning Show. Welcome.
Peace and blessings. Hotep to one and all. What's going on? It's Tony James. What's happening, y'all?
What's good, fam?
What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
What's going on? I just had to plug in, and I just wanted to share this real quick. There's a show called Succession, right? That just came on HBO. And the first episode of Succession, there was a young man. I guess he's heir to the throne, so to speak. He comes into the boardroom. He's listening to hip hop. So immediately his whole mind state goes into what he's listening to, the profanity, the hoodism, all of that. So then he goes into the boardroom. He sits across from an Asian gentleman who has a internet company that is booming, and I guess they were about to sign some paperwork so they can merge companies, et cetera, et cetera. So while he's in this whole spill of this hip hop that he couldn't get out of, he starts talking in a derogative manner as if he was black during this whole meeting.
Wow.
So the Asian guy, in order to, make sure he doesn't get into the same mind state or the same verbiage that this guy was getting to, he basically said, listen, right now we're not going to sign with your company. You will never have my company, et cetera, et cetera. So at the end of the whole thing, when the Asian guy gets on the elevator, he, last words is basically, can you feel me? And he throws back every negative, verbiage that he used during, the meeting. So in that small portion of time, in a Caucasian going exchange with an Asian, they showed how this hip-hop negativity, as far as the verbiage, how it can ruin a business, a $1 million business deal in just a matter of seconds. So why am I saying this? Is because the stuff that we sometimes defend because of our culture, because of the things that we want to keep to ourselves, the nigger, using the N-word, we try to covet and try to protect it, when in rationale it makes us even look more stupid than what our grandparents and our elders and our successors fought for and died for, and it makes them, if they were here to speak to us, I doubt very seriously they would actually give us a high five or a thumbs up to the way that we are portraying ourselves. So I just had to throw that in there. And if
Thanks
you guys
for sharing
haven't
it.
seen the show, Succession
Respect.
is a very powerful show. You need to check it out. As black
I'm
people,
definitely
we
gonna
need
look
to
at it.
really reinvent ourselves.
No doubt. Salute, man. And we'll see you tomorrow on the show, man, as our guest co-host.
Respect.
I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace and blessings.
No doubt.
brother.
Salute.
So I just wanted to speak back to Norm's point.
Yes.
There was a term that I didn't, when I was a kid, I never heard of. It's called rape culture. Now, 10 years ago, I never heard of the term. It's a movie called Revenge of the Nerds.
Okay.
In that movie, they put Mickeys in people's drinks.
Right.
The girl get knocked out and they have sex with them, peephole, this, that, other. Now, when I first saw that movie back at that time, I was like, that's hilarious. And that's this and that's that. I have evolved. In other words, I have changed, right? So now, the way that I look at that movie now, as opposed to the way that I looked at that movie then, has evolved because I've been exposed to more, and then and on top of that, having a daughter, I was like, oh my God. Of course, like we can all identify to when you have a daughter, you're like, oh Jesus. You know, is some man going to treat my daughter the way now that I treated a woman at one time? Now you could call me hypocritical, but we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. Listen, back in the day, they used to have little children working in the steel mill. That's just the way it was. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you got, like, when you look at the women's movement and what was accepted 5 years ago and what's not accepted now, you woke up one day, watch this. You gonna tell a woman you being too insensitive? You gonna tell a woman this and that? I'm not trying to make a false narrative. I hear both of you thinking Michaela and everything, right? But sometimes you got the right to call me out on my hypocrisy. You got the right to call, so we can examine and think about this knee-jerk, everything is fine, everything you say about me, and because I say, we're going to examine this amongst ourselves, and then en masse, we're going to make a decision. But other people, listen, keep my name out your mouth. You recognize that street mentality, right?
Yeah.
Look, keep my name out your mouth, Duke. And when you come into the general on the business thing, you better talk with some respect. Take it how you want it.
And I feel you on that. But I'm just saying, when are we going to start being the examples that we expect other people to follow?
Right.
If we don't talk about it, we never will.
That's my whole thing.
If we don't talk about it, we never will.
When are we gonna start being the examples, man? I'm tired. You know, it's a double standard issue on both sides that I'm tired of.
Definitely
on both sides,
and that's why the show is here.
And I see it with my people that I love and respect. You know what I'm saying? And I see it with them other people that I try to have love for and I try to respect. All right, so I'm just
spoken like the owner of BKS.
No, I'm just being honest.
that boy smooth.
Yeah, I'm just being honest, man. It's like we gotta truly start looking at ourselves under the microscope and be like, okay, this germ is causing the virus. You feel me?
Agreed.
And we have to just examine a little bit deeper. That's what I'm saying. Let's read some comments, man. All right. No doubt. Shout out to Mal Davis on the check and salute. Yes. Shirts and stuff, man. Salute. My hat and my shirt is by Shirts and Stuff Company. Salute to you. Yeah, go check them out. They're on 2nd Street in Plainfield, New Jersey. Barry B on the check and salute to you. Let's read Lucretia Johnson's comment.
Go ahead.
When we as people conduct and speak to each other with courtesy and respect, then we can hold others accountable to respecting us in the same manner. Me personally will not accept or tolerate any form of verbal disrespect. It's a slap in the face to us as well as the sacrifices our ancestors made for our people.
All right, let's clap. I'm gonna clap that up. Let's go to let's read Marine Brown.
Critical thinking is out the box, adapts, and shifts our behavior.
No doubt.
Agreed.
No doubt.
We have to think critically.
Yes. Welcome, Marine, to the show.
Agreed.
Hey, Dee, welcome to the show. Shout out to JT Cotton on the check-in.
We live in a very sensitive society now. So those of us that know... Sorry. I don't got my glasses on. So those of us that know what's right to create, teach, and exemplify better.
Yes.
Shout out JT.
Shout out to Tamika Levert on checking. Author Andrea Clinton. Hey, author Andrea Clinton.
Heck hell.
Oh, sorry. We should stop being sensitive and talking about black plight when it ceases to exist.
If we're still going through it, I'd be foolish not to be sensitive and talk about it. Okay. Yeah, you right.
You know what? We rewinding tapes because I got into an argument with a feminist when she was defending the use of the word bitch and slut walk. So this is this is the type of thing that we do on the show. We break it down and we start to discuss. So when I said to the feminist, so why don't you call it the queen walk? She got angry and was like, blah, 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 blah. You follow what I'm saying? So this does not just germane to us. Right. But the point of the show is to give varying critical analysis so we can decide what we want to do. You see what I'm saying? Because feminists use the word bitch and slut and hoe all the time. But you call a woman a bitch and see what happened. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
all
true
right.
indeed. True indeed. And shout out to everybody on checking, man. Periscope, all your Periscope listeners and followers and everything. You can call us at 646-233-1302. Again, that number is 646-233-1302. All right. Yes. The lines are open. Call in. We want to know your truth, thoughts, your opinions on this, everything. And shout out Kurt Donnell on the check-in. Though he feels though the baby mama thing is just totally stupid. It's just crazy, whatever.
He also thinks being a gorilla is a compliment.
I'm saying because I had said that. But because I had said that, being built like a gorilla is not being called the same as a gorilla.
Yes.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, oh man, it's crazy, man.
Bro.
It's such a fine line of what we get so upset about and what we get bent out of shape about or whatever. And it's funny. A lot of stuff to me like this, it. To me, is a distraction.
Yes,
from other
totally
things.
Agree. Totally agree,
and Target doing this and whatever, and they put all this money into this or whatever. Like, I want to know, like, do they have like a testing board? Does the vice president of marketing, whatever, let's test this with certain African American people, and then probably did test it, and they probably like, oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I say that to my husband or whatever like that, and then let's put it out. So let's put it out there, and then one person actually sparked this debate. One person got on Twitter, and here go the power of social media. That's what I'm saying. Your voice is powerful now with social media and online. One person got up there and said, I find this to be offensive and this and that, and then that tweet got shared out, and then that got retweeted and the whole nine, and then now Target had pulled the line.
We know.
Go ahead.
We know that words have power. Okay, we know that words have power. Words are the things that unlock action. Okay, so you better watch out for the okie doke when a disrespectful word or whatever now has been changed. All right, all I'm saying as a people, right, is watch the context. Okay, because words is what makes things happen. Words on a piece of paper, a contract, verbal words. You can incite somebody to violence, a riot. You can incite somebody to peace. I love you, I hate you, etc. You better be careful, right? When someone tells you, oh no, gorilla is actually a term of endearment. Oh no, nigga, blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is. We can have all of these conversations, right? But trust me, you're sunk if you don't know you're being insulted. You have no shot.
But But again, what's that phrase I used earlier? Common sense.
Yes.
Certain things
We're saying common.
Common sense. Like, I know if I'm being insulted or whatever. I could see the underlying shade too. You know what I'm saying? And it depends on who we come. Michaela, you want to make a point? You look like you want to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think common sense is different for everyone. If you grow up in a different environment, in a different culture, of course you're not going to find certain things to be offensive.
Right.
So I don't know if it's falling for the okie doke if you just don't know. Like, and no one sets you down and, explain to you what the problem is.
I'm not going to fault you if you don't know. But once I expose you to the truth, now you're responsible for what you do know, because I just told you.
All right, Norm made a point.
Are you going to say it in a way that's unemotional, in a way that they're going to be able to receive?
I believe that I can say it however I want to say it. You can respond however you want, whatever. However I say it and however you respond, that's your right. I have a right to say it. It's like you got a right to say it to me.
We'll take this call. Go ahead, Norm.
Caller from the 904. State your name, where you calling from. You're on the Man Cave Morning Show. The phone lines are now open.
You can call back people. Paul out of Jacksonville, Florida.
Go ahead, Paul.
Hey, I'm going to say this real quick. We as black people, we are overly hypocritical. We can call each other niggas.
Yes.
And don't get mad at it.
Yes.
All right. That another race call us at. We ready to go to war with.
Yes.
We can go to a comedy concert. We can listen to Richard Pryor, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle. We can joke about white people all day long. We're gonna laugh our heads off. All right? Let Andrew Dice say something about black people. We're ready to ban him. We are overly hypocritical.
That's correct.
Yeah,
that's correct. That's correct.
Thanks
Paul.
for sharing that.
Thanks, man.
I agree. I'm trying to be less hypocritical.
Appreciate you. You guys
want to
work my way. Our next caller. Our next caller.
Have a good day.
You too. Man. You too. Our next caller from the 973. State your name when you're calling from. You on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Andrea Clinton, how y'all doing?
Hey, Andrea. Welcome to the show.
How's it going?
All right. What's your take on what we're talking about?
All right, so I wanted to kind of back up a little bit and talk about words and how they help. I think the brother just mentioned it, and I said I got to call in. All right, so you guys know I'm an author, and I'm an English. Well, I was an English teacher, and so I know the importance of words. So I have I have a twofold as far as the way I feel about it. But just real quick, make a quick point.
Okay.
Harriet Beecher Stowe, she wrote Uncle Tom's Cabin, and her words in telling about how slavery was in the South, it totally changed people's perception as to thinking that they were indentured servants and really seeing how they were treating black people. Had she not used the words to explain it, people wouldn't have gotten the point, and we probably, I don't think we'd still be slaves, but who knows how history would have gone. So the importance of words is important. I will say that I feel kind of mixed about the word nigga because I'm from your generation, Norm, where we felt like, nah, we ain't gonna use that word. We went through our little phase where we was gonna, be righteous and all of this and that. Right. And then next thing you know, I fell back into nigga. Well, and so, me too. And I have my excuses, and all of that. But I'm gonna tell you my recent revelation. I kind of get so aggravated. I want to kind of be on that, like, our ancestors would be, feeling bad or whatever. But you gotta think about it. They was using nigga. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Well, that's where I learned it from.
You're right.
George Clinton Sr. I seen him get pissed and be like, "Did that nigga just run in front of my car when I'm driving?"
Yeah,
that's right. Not a white person.
Right.
Wow. You're right.
No, you're 200% right.
You're right.
And I'm glad you brought up that point.
My queen.
My point exactly. When we look back, we was using that word a long time ago towards each other.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just as a long time ago.
And we picked it up.
Yes.
And we picked it up. It just trickled down from generation to generation. And I think that's why in the 70s we were young. And we were seeing some of the first black filmmakers when they made it. That's why they showed 60 and 70-year-old men saying, "Nigga, you gonna mess around out there and get killed," on the black exploitation movies and stuff, because that was their language. And I think it comes from, slavery. The master said nigga, and so therefore, when a black person was doing something, nigga, you gonna get yourself hung, and I guess it just, continued. So that's another point. The other thing is, I'm to the point now, the young people kicked in the door, and I gotta respect them on a certain level because I kind of feel like now I want to use the word nigga, and I don't want to use it to us just blacks. I feel like we tried to say we were changing the definition, but we made it a term of endearment. But the young people now, they call a white person nigga, an Asian, they don't care. You act up, you nigga.
Right.
And
she's right.
I'm kind of going with that because I feel like we're not going to stop. It's been about 400 years of using it. So I'm like, okay, well then let's flip the script.
She's right.
If you scared to say I'm a nigga, but you think I'm a nigga, so how about we do it like this? How about when you act up, use a nigga?
So
right.
Exactly,
right.
And I'm gonna clap it up.
I clap it up for that.
Let me ask you this. So,
do you know my daughter?
Do we all think the term baby mama came from African American? Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, it did.
It came from where?
Black
It came from African Americans. The term baby mama.
Okay, yeah.
That's my baby.
Yes,
baby mama, baby daddy, whatever the case may be. That came from us. So now, and we use it either lightheartedly, or to negatively describe somebody or whatever, or just to play with somebody. So now, we're getting bent out of shape because they have a greeting card that says my baby daddy on it, and it has some beautiful words in the inside. So let me ask you, now that we got you on the line, are you offended by the term baby daddy?
No, because oh my God, Everything that we are, they are. It's no different. They claim we was the ones monopolizing welfare, and then Trump just found out it's more whites on welfare. Everything we are, they are. Because one thing, and I hate to keep bringing them up right now, but my Uncle George, we had a conversation a few years ago, and I said to him, I said, here's the thing that killed me, because people think that it's a black-white issue, and it's not. It's a class issue. And he almost leaked out of his seat, because I hadn't seen him in a couple of years, and for me and him to be on the same page, he was surprised. He was like, that's what I'm telling everybody. Yes, there's racism, but those are ignorant people. What the real deal is the class situation. And on that, everything that we say and do, they may use different words and say it. You know what I'm saying? He might say, my son's mother, but it's still saying his baby mama, and guess what? I was watching something on TV, I don't know if it was The View or something, and one of the white women said, my baby daddy. And I didn't get offended. I kind of laughed because, in essence, I mean, they were actually married, but she still used the term. But in essence, that is her baby daddy. You know, so I don't think that we're too sensitive. I think we have a right to kind of be sensitive in certain things, but I think sometimes we get our wires crossed because we've been mistreated so much.
Absolutely.
You know, so that's kind of where I am. I think it's just a little bit of confusion, or even maybe frustration, and we kind of like put it in the wrong places or whatever.
Yeah, psychological state.
And you know what, Andrew, I want to thank you for calling in. We got to have you as a guest on the morning show if you can make it out in the morning.
For sure. Definitely. I'll be there. I'll definitely be there. Let me know when.
All right, thank you for calling.
Thank you, guys.
Yes,
you're welcome. Bye bye.
Now, just to add to what she said about the millennials right now, I could just be off the hook sometime, man. Like I was saying, same guys that I work with. I work with some white guys, and they'll do something. I'll be like, "Nigga, you wildin'." Like it just flows out of me so easily because I've learned to take the power from the word, and it's just like another word to me, to be honest. You know what I mean? So I agree with Andrea when she was saying that. You know how that word is now used, but I mean, you know, I think it's just sometimes we as a people, man, we accept things to derogatorize ourselves, and then when someone else does it, we don't see it that we did it first. We just see it that someone else did it, and we're not going to accept that.
No doubt.
To underscore, and then I know we got to shift off. To underscore what the sister said, like my daughter as a millennial, she's fearless, right? And she exposes my hypocrisy, right? These kids fearlessly want to get to the truth, right? And listen, I listen. Norm is also a cutting edge thinker, right? The way Norm thinks is a little bit ahead of the curve, right? So I never want to be dead weight or just, we already know what Dawood is going to say. But let me tell you, I love us. You understand me? I love black folk, right? And I want us to treat us with dignity, respect, and whatever. But intellectually, you're seeing a change into like pure truth and pure logic, devoid of all of the baggage that I have and stuff like that. And sometimes Norm is ahead of the curve, right? But sometimes I'm like, yo, my man, you just got insulted. You know what I mean? So it's a profitable conversation that we push through and get past certain things. So I love that caller and saying, because this one right here, as you can see, slaps me around a lot.
And let's read this comment. Let Michaela read this comment, and then I'm gonna speak to what you just said.
Yes.
Juanita Karen Hart Towns. I agree with the caller. If we don't get offended by hearing them use the word nigga, they would not be able to use the word as a weapon against us. It's powerless to me.
That's what I was just saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna clap that up. It's very powerless to me, especially now.
Yes, I was just saying.
It's very powerless to me. And let me tell you, and I'm gonna reiterate. This is something I said probably a couple weeks ago on the show. I told you about a little incident that I dealt with when I went to a restaurant in the field. I ain't gonna put them on blast. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'll chalk it up to ignorance or whatever. But so this restaurant owner was telling me about, they about to move their spot, the whole nine, whatever, because the city where they're at in the city, it's about to block them in, and people can't walk directly to their store. They have to go around something or whatever. So basically he's saying it's going to impede his traffic to his store, what the city is about to do. So he said, because you know how you people are, your people are a little lazy. So they're not going to Once the city does this, they're not going to walk all the way into my restaurant, whatever. Now, the brother that said it is Middle Eastern. He wasn't Caucasian, whatever. He's Middle Eastern, whatever the case may be, whatever. So I had to chuckle. You know, I only laughed. I had to chuckle
to stop from snapping.
You know, instead of knuckling. You know,
right. Yes.
So I was like,
yes.
I just laughed. I was like, wow. I said, okay, you know how you people are. You people are lazy, bro. You selling chicken. All right, so you selling chicken, and you just in the biggest supporters of your restaurant is African American.
Right.
You selling bean pies.
Right.
You feel me? This is what he's selling up in there.
Right.
Bean pies,
And
chicken,
fried chicken,
fried fish, this, that, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, you just said, you know how you people are. You people are lazy. We're not lazy enough to go down and buy that chicken that's been paying your rent. For the past, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to go there. But then he was trying, at the same time, him telling me the story and saying, you know how you people are. You people are a little lazy, blah, 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 blah. He was trying to be a little
sarcastic,
funny. Right. He's trying to make a little point, whatever. Now, should I have gotten overly sensitive and blacked out? I don't know. How many people think I should have blacked out? And how many people think I should have just said, bruh, we are the biggest consumers of your product, and in which I did say that to him.
Right. I think he was being
both
funny.
ways, bro.
I think he was being like trying to be funny.
I don't think you could black out with situations like that. Like even being a woman as well, people always label us as being overly emotional, and you cannot do your part in perpetuating that stereotype because then they'll just dismiss you.
But is that an insult, saying that women are overly emotional, as opposed to saying African American people are lazy?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he was saying that to be funny though, like, and even though it was the wrong kind of wording, everything is wording, and everything is wording. I mean, once he said,
also to listen. You dig what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Because nobody ever cared what black people thought about nothing.
I mean, no doubt. So, all right. Again, so by a show of hands, are we too sensitive, or are we not sensitive enough? We too sensitive.
I totally agree with
We're not sensitive enough.
Case by case, baby. Even though you gonna probably say, I know what Dawood thinks. I gotta go case by case by case.
I just want to know. I'm curious.
And go ahead. I'm sorry. No, go ahead. You know, and just as everybody was talking, Michaela, Wu, you, I was sitting here thinking, and I was saying something you had said. You had said earlier that it's a distraction. A lot of things are a distraction. And with it being a distraction, you know, I don't know. I'm looking at, because I'm involved in film, I don't think everybody really understand the power of black people in this country. We talk about, and I'm not trying to change the subject, but I'm saying maybe we wouldn't be so sensitive if we understood our power. See, you can only be sensitive when you think you can't fight back. Like you said earlier, Wu, if the younger millennials decide that it's offensive, it's offensive. But
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. You're right. But what I was saying, and what I'm saying now, is that the power of us as black people, man, especially in black cinema, since Black Panther came out, there's a demand for more black movies. I'm telling you, I'm in film, guys. Trust me. There's a demand for more black movies, but the distraction is to get you guys, not you guys like, you know, you guys, but to get us to focus on something else so that we lose sight of our power. Our power. You know what I mean? So
I get what you're saying.
It's bigger than what we're talking about, but it's good we're addressing it case by case, though.
No, I get what you're saying. And shout out to everybody on checking.
I love the original Superfly, not the original
Brother,
Superfly.
I was just thinking.
Look, and I love Black Panther. Call me a hypocrite. Go ahead.
I was just thinking what you were saying.
Now the new Superfly I haven't seen yet, but that whole black exploitation era, I love all of those movies, and I'm also extremely proud to look at Black Panther.
No doubt. All right, let's read some comments real quick. Let me go back to All right, so let's start with Andrea Clinton's comment.
Clinton middies people think that they got they got a goddamn pass. They say nigger in New York all the time, and New Yorkers look at me like, what?
That was funny having my daughter read that.
Let's read.
Go ahead,
Juanita's comment. She said,
"You will find laziness in all cultures."
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. Shout out to Paul Joseph Williams.
The only reason we're categorized that we're lazy is because we won't work for free anymore.
Oh,
that's good.
Yeah, let's clap that up.
That's an entire other show. 400 years of free labor. Yeah, right.
All right, let's take this call. Caller from the 404. State your name when you're calling from. You on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Hello.
Hello, caller from the 404.
Hey, what's up? It's Demetria. Good morning, everybody. How are y'all this morning?
Good morning, Demetria.
What's going on,
to
baby?
the show?
Good morning. I was listening to the show, and I just wanted to comment on. I just wanted to do a quick comment as far as because I came in late, but I did catch a little bit of it, and I wanted to address the whole I guess the baby mama, baby daddy thing because I didn't catch all of that comment. But what I wanted to just make a quick comment on regarding that is, it's not that me personally, I don't find it offensive, but I think it's funny how they use it like they do, because I don't like the word, because where I grew up, we didn't use the term, because I grew up in the 90s, and we didn't use the term, but the term to me equals not responsible, not always there.
Right.
Can just walk out whenever. It doesn't represent what a husband represents. So even when I see women using it toward their husband, I find it funny how they want to say, oh, this is offensive, but then you might use it toward your husband, which is, you're not giving him the credit for what he has done, because to me, a baby daddy don't stick around. But a father does.
Okay. All right. I mean, I respect that.
So it's not offensive. I just don't like it. And as far as the code switching thing, I think people have done that always. I do it all the time. There's many different people that live within me as far as when you speak. You know, for me, there's just regular black Dee. There's black Demetria, just me. Then there's Southwest Atlanta Dee. I mean, if a lot of y'all people from Atlanta know about Atlanta, know what Southwest Atlanta is, it's a hood.
Right.
And then there's the white girl that lives with me. You know, the one that speaks properly, does everything right when you're in that situation. And then there's just my alter ego who just don't care. So, I mean, that's Sugar. She just don't care. So, I mean, I think we adapt. Like the one guy said, we adapt to the situation we're in.
That was me. That was Norm.
Okay. I'm not good with names, but I love the show. And that's just basically all I wanted to say on the topic. And I love the show, and I love the different topics, and I love being interactive with you guys in the morning. So I appreciate you taking the call.
Yes, we love you too. Thank you, Demetria. We definitely love you.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Respect. Shout out to the caller, man. I mean, that whole baby daddy thing, I don't know, man. I just think they went a little bit too deep with that. Yeah, too deep with that. Let's read some more comments. Let's see. Andrea Clinton, she said, exactly. Our money together is no joke. We're the only ones who don't realize the power in our money.
That's
True
right.
indeed.
That's right.
We say that on the show all the time.
Yeah,
that's correct.
Agreed. A lot of financial power.
And it's funny. So we talk about the hip hop culture, right? All right, and I'm gonna say this, and y'all gonna be like, "What?" The hip hop culture, when it comes to music, is mostly supported by Caucasian Americans.
Financially,
that's correct.
That is correct. Correct, sir.
It's supported by Caucasian Americans, not us.
No,
because I spoke to Michaela earlier before the show, and I said, "When's the last time you basically paid for music?" And she listens to her music on YouTube. And
I don't.
She don't.
I don't buy music.
She don't buy music. Now, and that's a lot of us.
Pirate.
Let's talk about it.
Piracy, when it come to, getting the freebie and whatever and download it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us are guilty. A lot of us are guilty of not actually purchasing the music. But Caucasian American population, when it comes to hip hop culture and all the ratchetness that we claim is ratchet, and the trap music and all this music today, whatever, they buying the streams on Spotify, they buying it from Tidal, they buying it from iTunes, they buying it from Amazon, whatever like that. So primarily, the music culture of hip hop today is supported by Caucasian Americans.
So that brings me to an interesting point.
Do your research.
You just acknowledged that financially we don't support it. Okay? So if it's ratchet, I'm just asking the question. I want to if it's ratchet, we're not putting money behind it.
But we listen to it.
Of course we do. General, I know. But we don't put dollars behind it. We don't. We burn it, bootleg it, do whatever. So that's an interesting thing to think about in moving forward. That's all I want to say. Because if it's financially driven, right, it's the marketplace. The market kind of dictates what type of music is played. We don't put money into it. We steal it.
Exactly.
So who's dictating what? Even though it's our culture and it's our speech and it's our this and our that, we don't take. And the black people have a lot of, as Timbaland, we have a lot of money. Watch this. We put money to Timbaland, but not to a rap album. So what's up with that? Are we crazy? I guess we are.
It's the reverse. We live in a bizarro world. It's bizarro world.
Because listen, those high price alcohol brands and those high price clothes that white people own, we buy that. It's as a status symbol. The big white car, whatever, the Mercedes-Benz, the foreign. But the black hip hop, we put no money into.
So,
what are we saying? What are we saying? I don't know. Tell me.
So with that being said, Will, what you just said, right?
Go ahead.
So with Caucasian Americans primarily supporting the hip hop culture economically, financially, right? So they buying into our culture. So that means they what? They like our culture. They like the music, right? So when all they're hearing in the music is my nigga this, my nigga this, my nigga, yo, we lit, and they start talking like us, and they start saying what we say and everything, because they're purchasing our music.
I understand.
So they're listening to it every day. So we all know that brainwashing, right, and repetitive lyrics,
of course,
okay, sticks in our head and into our psyche as well, whatever. So when they start saying, that's what I'm saying, they saying nigga all the time, whatever, like it's nothing, because one thing about music today, especially hip-hop music, is not really teaching you the history like our hip-hop music from back in the day used to, right? So it's not teaching you the history. So they don't know about the origin of nigga and all this whatever like that. Man, they just want to buy music, and it's a good song, it's a good hook, whatever. I'm just buying the music. I don't care about none of that. The rappers, Future said nigga, I'ma say nigga. So Drake said nigga, I'ma say nigga.
So here's my question as a producer. For every nigga artist, right? Norm knows 1,000 artists that are just as good, right, in Plainfield, that could go toe to toe with anybody popular out. So it's not that that's all we're saying. That's all that's getting projected. Norm knows so many local artists that'll never get a shot, but they get a shot through us, but they don't get shine. So this idea that that's all we're perpetuating, is that the case?
Well, our music is dumbed down now.
Yeah.
But no, look, it is dumbed down, but how many artists does Norm know that's not dumb, but they don't get shine like that? That's all I'm saying. Like, oh, the music is so bad, it's so this, it's so that. Trust me, Norm, get on his telephone right now, right? And get his artist and go toe to toe with anybody that you got out. But this group is popular and that group ain't. Why? We say more than just nigga. We say other stuff too.
We got to understand what corporations control.
And I do.
The music,
I understand
the music
that.
industry. When you talk about,
I understand.
When you talk about Universal Music Group, and I don't want to even drop.
Okay.
Go there. I can go deep with it. But when you talk about Universal Music Group, and you talk about who Hot 97
Sony,
is owned
Hot
by,
97,
and
yeah,
105, and everybody that y'all out there
Radio,
supporting and rocking with,
right?
And even BLS,
right?
Of course,
it's not owned by us.
They're not black owned.
Right.
You're absolutely correct.
BKS is owned by us,
right?
Black.
Tell us what you want more of from BKS. We'll give it to you. We got the
That's
same
true.
technology and ability.
Sure do.
So and it reaches the same
venue.
It reaches around the world the same way.
Yes.
So there's no different. So think about it. So again, it's the mindset of us. Again,
Yes.
we're talking about the mindset of us. You know what I'm saying? Or why we don't support certain things. Feel me? Get me? See what I'm trying to say?
Sir.
So
yes, sir.
So now, when it comes to dictating what we really want to hear, so really we actually can control what the corporations are putting out. You know what I'm saying? Because right now the corporations is controlling what we hear. So if we don't want to hear the ratchetness,
put our own stuff out.
Yeah, and we don't want to hear this, and we want a different type of music, we're in control of that.
That's correct.
But we're brainwashed to think that we're not.
Right.
It's not just in hip hop either. Like I was watching that Chris Rock documentary Good Hair the other day.
Oh, that's funny. And that is funny.
Yeah, he was talking about how black women and sometimes black men are the highest consumers of like weed. There's like a multi-billion-dollar industry, and he went around selling like the Asian Remy Yaki, and people were just buying it. Some people buying like what was it, like $1,000 something for like some weed that really didn't look that good anyway, but whatever. Right. And then he started walking around with like black hair, and they're like, no, I don't want that. That's no good. I don't want that. That's ugly. And I just thought it was interesting how, I don't know, there's just a culture of like being like nigga rich. Like, that song with A$AP Rocky? Right, like, well, at least a nigga rich. Right. Like, I think that at times it's just all we aspire to. No, for real. Like, people just want to aspire to have like the new J's on the feet. And like, it's just.
That's the truth.
And this is the thing about, and I'm going to say this just to say it. We were talking about piracy and all that other stuff, right? Now, I pay for slow jam music. I ain't paying for none of this garbage they got out today, and that's why y'all got to tune into the Dude Show on Sunday nights to hear real quality music. But seriously though, on a more serious note though, I just think that the way people don't understand the way we control everything in media and even in radio, how much power and influence we have in that, not only as the talent, but as the having the swag that people want to hear, having that. So that is my take.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Correct.
You can rewind the tapes on this show, all right? Because we also address the mental illness in our own community. We also address how destructive we are towards ourselves. Now, the reasons, the why, and the how. But just to go back to what my daughter said, it's like he took a load of black people hair. The hair when you go to the barbershop and they sweep it up and they throw it in the garbage?
Right.
See, our hair goes in the garbage, and their hair is coveted to go sell back. So you're cutting off someone's hair and sticking it on your head, but your hair is garbage or something that you don't want to be about.
Wow.
So we can talk about the psychological impact and whatever, but the scholarship is already out there. So my question is, why do we continue to participate in this brainwashed behavior? Because we got the platform. I'm talking on it right now, and the Googles and the information. We know the historical milieu and everything else. But see, we don't value ourselves. And in conclusion, that's what I was trying to say. Listen, value yourself, right? Value yourself and make sure other people value you as well.
Right. And shout out to everybody that joined us today, man, on the Man Cave Morning Show. Interesting discussion. Salute to everybody with their comments and their views and their opinions.
Yes,
and my thing, just to sum all that up, just like you said, value yourself, but at the same time, loving yourself, because there's a lot of people that listens to this show, all races, all colors, all religions, whatever. Loving yourself is not hating anyone else. You know what I'm saying? So just remember that. It's not hating anyone else. So anybody think like, well, no. We just trying to examine and have an open dialogue,
right?
To wonder why we react and do certain things certain ways and everything, and to wonder why we accept certain behavior as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's what our whole dialogue and our conversation is about. Whether we agree or disagree, whatever the case, it's just important that we talk about it at least. And that's what the Man Cave Morning Show is about. And salute to you all. And there's a lot of things coming up with BKS, so make sure y'all stay tuned. This Saturday at the Express Lounge in Plainfield, New Jersey. Yes, 301 Richmond Street at the Express Lounge is the BKS Who Owns the Mic open mic series by applause only. So
who own the mic?
We want some singers. We want comedians. Yes, we want some spoken word artists.
Spoken word.
If you got talent and you think you got skills, it's a cash prize. So if you know somebody that got any type of talent, they can get up there and rock out. And the judging is by applause only. So it ain't gonna be no judge, no nobody that knows somebody or whatever like that. It's by applause. You get the most applause, you get the cash prize.
I didn't know they was giving out no money.
Yes.
I'm getting in that.
Yes. Also, of course, DJ Storm on the General. I will be on the 1s and 2s rocking out because it's also a party and it's a good grown sexy time. It's for the grown and sexy only. We had a great time the last time. The grown and sexy came out, had a good time, drink specials, free buffet. That comes along with the $10 advance ticket. If you get a $10 advance ticket, you get the free buffet and everything included. It's only $10, people, to get in. It's only $10 for artists or singers or comedians or spoken word artists to register. It's only $10. It's going to be a great time. Doors open 7 p.m.
Yeah, 7
p.m. And we're rocking. We're rocking a little past midnight and everything. So come on out. It's this Saturday, Express Lounge. It's a grown and sexy time. Who owns the mic?
Who owns the mic? And we got a guest, and we got a guest host.
Yes.
That's all y'all need to know. A guest host.
That's all y'all need to know. That's all y'all need to know. Come on out. It's going to be a great time. I will post it up. You will see the link. You can get your $10 ticket. It's only $10. Come out, support, have a good time.
We just talked to y'all about support.
Yeah.
Support.
But they're going to be able to drink, eat, listen to music, dance, see live entertainment, free buffet, $10. You ain't getting that nowhere else.
I'll be there. You got food and music.
Yes.
I'll be there.
You ain't getting that nowhere else. That's this Saturday at the Express Lounge, Plainfield, New Jersey. It's beautiful in there. It's a nice.
Yeah, it is.
Nice
They did a great
lounge.
job inside there.
Yes. So come on out, and then don't forget July 4th.
July 4th.
Bang bang.
July 4th.
July 4th.
This is going to be what's popping. It's going to be lit in the city of Plainfield. The city of Plainfield presents, and Honorable Mayor Matt, they present the Let's Celebrate Music in the Park Day. It's going to be the parade. It's going to the parade is from 10 to 1, and then after that, everybody's going down to the park to get ready for the Music in the Park concert. Going to be off the hook.
Yes.
All right. So the city of Plainfield is going to be jumping that day. So come on out. Guess who's performing? All right. Starting at 5 p.m. sharp. Now look, this ain't one of those type of Music in the Park concerts that, you know, it's going to be CP time. Y'all offended?
Break it down. Break it down.
Are you offended that I said CP time?
Break it down.
All right. So it's not going to be CP time, y'all. When it says 5 p.m. sharp on that stage, it's going to be the live DJ.
Yes.
All right. And then you got the ladies of Sky. You remember Sky? Let's celebrate loving each other's surface. Only you can make me happy. Allure, I'm all cried out over you. All right. And then you got Jay Chosen from The Voice, from NBC's The Voice. That dude was doing his thing on The Voice, but check this out. We got 3 hot bands as well. All right. The salsa band. You know we got a heavy Latino community in the city of Plainfield, but we all love salsa music. Salsa band La Control is going to be rocking out. Let's clap it up for them. Shout out to Reggae Calypso band coming all the way from Brooklyn to the city of Plainfield, Kasplash. They're going to be doing their thing. It's an awesome Reggae Calypso band. And then Plainfield's own, Jersey's own, the New Jersey Connection. They're going to be rocking out, doing their thing, man. Giving you those top 40 hits, and they got some hot new songs as well. And then the beautiful voice, the wonderful, amazing Steve Lavelle. This brother can sing. He's going to be in the building, and it may be some special surprises in the building. So come on out July 4th, Wednesday, Cedarbrook Park, the city of Plainfield, 5 p.m. Sharp. And then right after the concert, directly right after, is the fireworks. Right, so we go into the last headliner right into the fireworks. But get there at 5. Get there before 5 with your lawn chairs set up. You set up your little tents and everything. It's going to be amazing, beautiful, harmonious day in the city of Plainfield, starting at 10 a.m. with the parade. All right, and BKS will be representing, doing what we're doing, MCing, DJing. You know what I'm saying? We the hostess with the mostest.
Yes, that's
we
right.
rocking out that day. All right.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all come out and support that. We're gonna be in the building.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely. Salute to everybody, man. Let's shout out some people. Shout out to Dee on the check-in, Julius Gray on the check. Jay Gray. Jay Gray. Yes.
That's hot. Jay Gray.
Yes. Author Andrea Clinton said, "Get there." She's telling somebody to get there. It's going to be a beautiful day in the city of Plainfield. So, Y'all know what it is, man. Time go by so fast.
You ain't lying.
When you having a great discussion and a great debate.
Great subject, yes.
Yeah, salute to everybody on the check-in on the Man Cave Morning Show today. Amazing show. I'm so glad we had our guests, our little special guest host today.
Oh, my baby. Shout out.
That's my baby.
Yes.
My Mooka.
Her dad imprisoned her with the jacket.
Yes, I did. I won for once.
You need more water? You need some ice or something?
I'm good.
Want to turn up the AC?
Shut up.
You said you better leave that jacket on. All right.
Shut up.
So we're going to see y'all tomorrow morning. You already know what it is. Shout out. We're going to have a special co-host tomorrow morning. Shout out to my man, Tony, filmmaker, on the check-in. He will be our co-host on the Man Cave Morning Show. Yes, Tony. We're trying to keep this fourth seat filled every now and then. So you'll see P every now and then. You'll see Tony James. You'll see the dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we're keeping it filled with family.
And sometimes Michaela know.
Yes. Now that I know she really reps the millennials.
She reps.
And if she ain't feeling what Dad is saying, she gonna let you know. That's why I liked about it today.
Yeah, you saw that, right?
Yeah.
You saw that, right? I'm not just talking.
Yeah, no doubt.
Keep me in deep check.
So we're going to see y'all tomorrow morning. We hope you enjoyed the show. Let us know if you did, whatever. You got any comments or something you want to send us that we can talk about, whatever. Even if you got some artists that got some music, we don't care what genre of music, and you want us to play it on this show, to review it on our Hot or Not segment, let us know. Just hit us up, all right? You can inbox us, email us, whatever. Our email is mcms@bks1radio.com. If you know us personally, whatever, inbox and be like, can you guys discuss this or talk about this? And we'll do it. Because you know what? This show is never about us.
It's always about you.
Because you are the next best kept secret. And we are out of here, people.
Wakanda forever. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Flee that nest.
I can't
Find
believe
your inspiration.
that they're playing a commercial
over the hip hop
when we trying to be out. We'll see y'all tomorrow, though.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
Man Cave Morning Show, baby.
Yeah.
Only WBKS1.com.
It's the Man
BKS1 Radio, baby.
Yeah.
The takeover.
To the KS1. It's the B to the KS1.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show. It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
This is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1 Radio.
It's your girl Chanel, BKS1 Radio, and I'm here with the beautiful Garcelle Bouzet.
I'm paying you later. Hey, I'm the queen of comedy some more, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio Network. I'm here with the amazing Miss Tasha Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for coming out.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Hello, Denise Boutte. Hey, what's up? Shout out to BKS1 Radio. See you soon.
Brick City's finest, J.D. Williams. I'm in the Savage Podcast Studio, chilling at BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio. I'm here with the legendary Mr. Dick Gregory. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic, brother, and thank you.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Jamie Foxx, BKS1 Radio. What's going on with you?
Storming on.
This is George Dr. Funkenstein Clinton for BKS1 Radio. They be doing the dog, y'all.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1